We should be good to go. Alright. My headset. How am I gonna talk if I can't fucking have my headset on correctly? Alright. We're good. Okay, we're good. Gooch, right? Alright, I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about my emotions a little bit. Review past couple of trades I took. So just to backtrack a little bit, emotions is like a big thing for a lot of things, not just the market, whatever you do on a daily day basis, whether you recognize it or not, a lot of your actions are based off of emotions. And like people have different personalities, and maybe it takes a lot longer to realize it, whether some people realize it, or not. But I've been doing a lot more thinking, like just thorough thinking, like, yo, why does this make me feel like this? And this is completely separated from trading in an aspect. Just like, say if you're driving in traffic, it's easy to get mad if somebody in front of you is driving slow when you clearly got the whole left lane open. There's a lot of you that drive like that. But instead of getting mad, just like, why does that bother you? Why does something so minuscule bother you to get to the point where you can get upset and you don't realize it that you may, speed off or, you know, go around cut and the next thing you know you do that shit in front of a state trooper and you're getting pulled over when the whole time you could have just sat there and just controlled your emotions and avoided it. I know that's a weird example. So I did, decided to build like a little Notion thing to kind of give me a little bit of some guidelines and whatnot, because this shit does get like it is easy to forget to control your emotions when you're in the moment, especially when it comes to trading. Market moves real quick, fucking volume goes up and down. It's easy to miss your entry or get it liquidated or in different aspects. It's easy to just miss timing, and it's really hard to sit there and just take the time to think. So I kind of just built me a little guideline to kind of play myself to replay, keep in my head. So Stubbs trading system, and it's not original. It's not. I just different things played out from different people. You got can like some things from one person to another person. Just take it. It's all preference. You don't have to trade to the exact T of someone's strategy. So do it how whatever's comfortable to you. So mindset before charts. Um, Me personally, I like to thank God. And I know not everybody's religious or whatnot, but I like to think that higher being, that higher power. There's always a higher entity. You're not, whether you're religious or not. You're not at the top. You're not number one. You're not the big honcho. You're not fucking boss because you're getting liquidated somehow. But I like to thank God. Gratefulness goes a long way. It's easy to forget that you have a lot, especially like let's use it like in a trading chart reference. If you're always looking at the lower time frames, it's gonna look like nothing's moving. But if you zoom out on the bigger time frames and you zoom all the way out, you see the big moves. You see how they move. It takes time to realize that you're putting in that work. The person you are today wasn't, the person who you were maybe 2, 3 years ago. You know what I mean? I was a piece of shit 2, 3 years ago. Now I'm a piece of shit. A little less though. We slowly making progress. Clear mind, flow state is key. Um, just think, clear your mind. You wake up, get enough sleep, make sure you're good. Like you're locked in, you're good. You know where your mind's at. Just gotta get clear so you can think, focus. None of that fucking. And it also goes into what you eat too. A lot of your diet clouds out your fucking brain. A lot of caffeine fucking fucks you up too. So keep that in mind as well. Self maintenance, shower, gym, food. Obviously, it depends what time you wake up. For me, I wake up early. I wake up real early, like 4, 5 in the morning. So it's easy for me to, hit the gym, shower, and then get a little bit of breakfast, some fruit or whatnot before the market opens. Get some analysis in. So, and this is what I want to prep my mindset for. While I'm in the trade, or while I'm about to take a trade, this is completely on the charts now. Got to keep that confidence. If I'm hesitant about the trade or my entry or whatever it may be, I'm gonna have that like insecurity about myself. You just gotta say fuck it. You're either confident or you're not. Don't fucking have one foot in, one foot out. That's why you have risk management. If you get cooked, you have a good risk system to the point where it doesn't hurt as bad. Where you could potentially lose out on your trade or whatever it may be. But confidence is key. Patience. I struggle with this a lot because I think I might be retarded or ADHD or both. Um, like for example, when I was growing up, I used to like, maybe I'm tripping for explaining it like this, but like when we take tests in fourth grade or some shit like that, I used to guess immediately on everything because I want to be the first one to finish. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm probably retarded. So patience is key. I'm still working on this. Everybody can still work on patience, but let the trade play out. Like I said, you gotta have constant confidence. Patience and confidence go hand to hand, because if you have the confidence, you also have the patience to let the trade play out. And then like I said again, risk management comes into play to protect you and minimize how much you lose. So patience. Let the trades play out. Same thing. Really, just fucking all go hand in hand. That I don't need to explain it to you. Trade to be able to trade next month. Long game. Um, yeah. So this is more like in a risk management sense. I gotta remind myself like I don't always have to trade today. I don't have to take a trade. I don't have to take two trades. You like as long as I can keep the momentum going long term, it's better than trying to hit big in one day or just fucking lose it all, risking it. You know what I mean? You want your car to be able to go 200 miles, you know, instead of fucking 10 miles. I don't know, bad fucking example, whatever. It's okay to lose. This one is a fucking tough one for me because I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. It fucking sucks. But it's okay because if you had a 100% win rate in the market, like no one has a 100% win rate in the market, unless you're Jewish, of course. But it's okay to lose. Everybody, loses. It's okay. It's life. It's part of life. Just make sure you control what you lose. You can control how much you lose. You can't control when you lose. Control how much you lose. Just don't burn yourself too much. Just keep it straight. And then right here, I just got the strategy I use to kind of trade. We got the news, economic events. So me mostly orange, red folder. I also got the link here, so like this brings up Forex Factory, and then like for example today there was really no news. I took a trade, at 9:30. We'll get into that, but yeah, news at 10 for USD. So not really too crazy today. Trading the 1 hour fair value gaps, 4 hour fair value gaps, and the daily fair value gaps. So that's pretty simple. Just I use that. I look for the fair value gaps. I'll mark those up. I got a daily bias markup. I'll go probably to the higher time frames, the daily, weekly, 4 hour, and just see what direction it looks like. Get my bias from there. Then I'll mark up the previous day's highs and lows, previous sessions, Asia highs and lows. Obviously, areas of liquidity. I'll show you right now in the chart as well. And then I'll only enter on false breaks of high and low and fair value gap fills. I had a bad habit of trying to predict shit. You can't predict anything. You get cooked. It's gambling. If you're gonna predict, it's just gambling. Just react to where it goes. So we'll get into last week, Thursday. Let me see. Okay, last week Thursday. Nasdaq micros got a false break trade. my entry price, exit price, contract size, profit 400. And I got my little emotions right here, my mind, my state of mind, or whatever. I entered in twice before my emotions was getting to me. Waited to New York session and my conviction felt stronger. It was easier for me to take the 1 to 2 though. So I'm still working on this, obviously, with emotions, but like, just gotta wait to New York session, bro. 9:30 is OP. I need to learn that, and then I got the screenshots as well. Got it marked up here, so we got these areas of liquidity right here. Got this low. We got this fair value gap on the 1 hour. We got the previous day high, previous day low right here. Asia low, Asia high. Came through. We got the false break. Or London session came down. I had this marked up for an entry on a higher time frame. And then at 9:30, you see opens. We get that momentum down into the fair value gap. Right here, this candle closed under it. Well, technically, both these candles closed under Asia lows. That was a good sign that we're going to go down and sweep. So I got in. Entry was here. Pretty good. See if they have another one. Yeah, second same trade, different screenshot, different time frame. So this is what I was looking at right here. So it swept the lows, follows a break of the highs in London session, came down, swept the lows, filled the fair value gap, and then also swept previous day lows and got liquidity. For Friday, August 1st, this is probably some bullshit reason. This is probably why I got cooked. See entry price, exit price, 4 contracts, took a $300 L. This was a bad day. So not necessarily, but yes, it was, because I took a trade earlier on this day, and the way I had my risk settings to where I can only lose $300 of the day, and it automatically locked me out, and I forgot to change it. So I took like a maybe $230 L on the first trade, trying to find my entry, and then I got in on the trade, and it was actually gonna work, but the pullback put me above my daily loss limit, and it immediately liquidated it and fucking raped. So we'll see right here. This is the trade I meant to take. I got cooked somewhere around here trying to find my, shit. Probably around this shit right here. So this little pullback right here, this little pullback is what wrecked me. I think I entered somewhere around here, but a little bit of pullback. Let me see if the other screenshot, if I have it, where it shows what actually wrecked me. Yeah, so this was the okay. So this was the trade that was gonna play out, and the pullback cooked me. So I think I entered here, and then it pulled up, and it fucking cooked me out of the trade, and then it ended up playing out. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, and then this is the trade I fucking took. That fucking I was trying to probably find my entry around here that cooked me. So there's that. And then today, Monday, got a fair value gap fill for contracts 304. Today was a really good day. I felt very confident. It was a little weird because I was rushing to go get my haircut at my barber, so it was like 9:30, and I'm at the gas station just looking at my phone, waiting, to see. But for my mind and emotions, I was very confident. I followed the rules. Psychology was great, so I was very confident today. Went to the gym, prayed, ate, did what I need to do. So had this marked up. I didn't have the previous day marked up because Sunday. It's really just Asia session, so which I have marked up here. So you got the Asia highs, Asia lows. Got some areas of liquidity right here. So this white line right here is actually the 50% level of the fair value gap I marked up on the daily, but I just didn't want to mark up the fair value gap and have it take up the screen. So I also got this hourly fair value gap right here. Boom. And then you can see the trade played out. I got my entry 9:30. Went for a 1 to 2. Once I seen it was cooking up a little bit, I moved my stops to break even, and then I moved my take profit to 1 to 3. It took profit to 1 to 3. This could have been a 1 to I think a 1 to 11. Let me see if I have this trade open on my other monitor. Right. Yeah. Okay. This was, yeah. See, 304 cooked. This is the shit from Answer buy system. I don't think I took an order. Or no, that's my stop take profit. Okay. So 933. 930 got this open. Momentum up. I think it'll fill the fair value gap. Rushed up here. 930. 920. It closed above this high liquidity. This is the 50% level of fair value gap. Closed above it. That's where I got my entry right here. Once it closed above this 50%, I entered in here. Got a 1 to 3. If I move this up to currently, I had a 1 to 12, but we don't go for that. We go for 1 to 1s, 1 to 2s. Take what we can. Today was lucky. I got blessed with a 1 to 3, but pretty solid. Not too bad. Market's kind of chopping up a little bit. It's almost the end of the day, but it's really just the psychology. Uh, Day. I don't know. This video is just really me talking, yapping. It's crazy though. It's hard to think about your emotions sometimes. To just sit there and let things cook up a little bit. But other than that, I feel pretty good. Day by day, we'll get better. It's just routine, building that discipline, that basics. I know God got me. It's tough trying to learn by yourself and whatnot, and you know, it's definitely a journey. Sometimes you feel like you're all alone, but you're not. Just don't give up. It's it's real simple. Once you really figure it out and you start realizing certain things that you're doing wrong, it's like just simple mistakes. And a lot of simple mistakes can add up and turn into one big problem. So once you just break it down little by little, give it some time, you'll be straight. You're not alone. You're not the only one in the world that feels like this. It's a lot of us, but I know we can make it and we can do it. So other than that, I feel pretty good. Just a little bit of yapping. I don't know, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday. Take it step by step. Take it easy. Just it's us versus us. We can only be better than who we were yesterday. So that's all we got to be, better than who we were yesterday. As long as we're better tomorrow, each day, and then it'll all work out. So, y'all boys take care. GG's, man.